Now, yesterday was one of those very rare days. Very rare. I didn't shoot any video yesterday. I was so consumed with, I started off the day thinking I'm gonna, well, Karen decided. What am I saying? I decided. She decided to do this. Let's get the plants in because it's gonna rain in the afternoon, and this way everything will get watered in. And she was right. And you can't even imagine, in my wildest dream, it was like around 3 o'clock and we were getting the last of the things we wanted to get in the ground for that day, the absolute last one. And this never happens to us. It never happens ever. It's always the other way around. So what we did is we get the last of the plants in. I cleaned up, I looked up at the sky, and here's coming, the black clouds are coming, and everything we planted yesterday got watered in. Now, had I taken time like I normally do and shoot video of the birds and the turtles crossing and rabbits mating and everything, because that's what I like to do, we wouldn't have gotten done and nothing would be in. So I woke up this morning with the best of all worlds. About 3/4 of the plants are in the ground. We have some seeds left to plant. And when that's done, we're pretty much summertime. And then, well, let's hope anyway. Then we have the big problem. We have to decide what bike to ride. And boy, do I love problems like that. Now, that would mean we're coming up on 4, maybe 5 months of pick a bike, go for a ride, come home, pina colada on a porch, feed the fish, yeah. But until that garden gets planted, and it's just like the maintenance on a motorcycle. I think all of these bikes are ready to go. The battery chargers are on. Everything's ready to go. All we need is the weather to cooperate and for summer to be here. Now, and it's on its way. Every day gets a little nicer, but even this morning when I got up, and we got up about 6:30 in the morning, it was cold out here. So we're gonna wait. She's gonna plant some seeds. And then we got that big decision. Come outside, pick a bike, and we should be able to ride this afternoon. So I'm gonna try to find out in the next day or so what the deal is with the Ruts Hut drag races, because the other day when we were out planting, I mean, they virtually were they turned Ruts Hut into a drag strip. Up and down, up and down. I think even on the end of one of the videos they were going by when I was trying to end the video. But anyway, I gotta find out. I gotta find out, because we have a drag bike to end all drag bikes. Not really. Anyway, I did see something very cool. Speaking of drag racing, I saw something very cool on TV. A guy has a 450 KTM drag bike with an extended swing and arm, and it's on YouTube. And because Ray has a KTM, I was thinking of him. And the guy is beating up on all these Hayabusas, and I was just thinking, oh my God. He's turning into 9s with this KTM. It's on YouTube. Fun to check out if you like drag racing. So I see Karen's already out here doing her perp walk in the morning, checking out what we planted yesterday. Should be an exciting day. And I hope this afternoon it warms up a little, or warms up a lot, and we get a ride in. Come on, boys. I know it's cold, but when it's cold, they don't really want to eat as much as when it warms up. But I do. There you go. Now you're cooking. So yesterday, the tomatoes got in the ground. Some of her impatience, some of her stuff. Coleus got planted. We had lots of plants. And they all got, well, look at this. Every one of them. I don't even know what some of these are, but this is what's turned out to be one of our great adventures of the year. And now we have a whole bunch more to plant, but these were the ones that needed to get in. And of course, we got to always thank Nanda Navola for getting us started down this road to gardening. And it wasn't that long ago that we were out here painting, and now it's the beginning of Karen's gardening season. And boy, we spent the whole day yesterday. You don't notice it, but to put in 40 bags of mulch, and is about, I'm going to guess, 300 plants. Every one of these pots has plants within plants within plants. It's a lot of work. It's a super lot of work. And we even have stuff growing in these cloth pots on the side of the house. And the wisteria is still in full bloom. My God. All we need now is a nice warm afternoon. Look at this, there's not a cloud in the sky, but it's still under 40 degrees. It's still cold out here. And all of the hanging baskets have to be watered every morning. Oh, it's a labor of love. Everything we do is a labor of love. Usually out here in the morning, I have bird company in the bird bath. And somebody will fly in there and keep me company while I'm having a cup of coffee. Boy, the wind is still blowing out. Now, we did all our perp walking here. It's time to do some planting. And what else would you do to start off a seed planting day? Yeah, plant the seeds, eat the seeds, plant the seeds, eat the seeds, plant the seeds, eat the seeds. What a routine, what a life. The life of seeds. These are little cherry tomatoes you're growing for Stacy. It's going to be 6 pots. We got 12 pots of these. We got some more marigolds to put in, and we got some more. Like it never ends.
And we're as idiots. We have plenty. We
got plenty. So if you don't want to restore motorcycles, you go and buy these packages of seeds, and you buy some dirt, and chrome plate the pots, and polish, anodize this, and well, could this be more fun? So the way this morning played out, we got rid of the table. Everything's out in the garden now. This took a lot longer than we thought it would. Even Karen was impressed by how long this took. But there's only one thing left to do. Everything's got to get watered in. And then I have to go out there and clean that pond. And hopefully this afternoon it warms up and we'll be out on the open road. And what's nice about this, every day it's like a motorcycle restoration. Every day you see a little progress. Every day things get nicer and things are going to start to bloom in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great summer. And we'll hopefully share it with you. Now I got one thing left to do. I got to deliver some plants to the kids. And boy, I hope that you don't have to fill this van up anymore this year. But there's still some beautiful houses. Look at the plants on these houses. Beautiful downtown Rutherford, boy. That's what I love about having the kids live close. We don't have to drive to Hoboken anymore. It is just, they call Rutherford the borough of trees, and you can see why. As the trees start to fill in, it's really a pretty town. We really like Rutherford. And this is the kids' house. Look at a beautiful red maple they got out of the split leaf, or what it is. Beautiful. Their irises are already blooming. Beautiful. It's free. Trust me. Labor of love, just like owning these old motorcycles. Anything old, what am I talking about? I'm high maintenance, everybody is. Before I get ready to head out, I thought I'd share a little tip. These little clocks are available in AutoZone for, I don't know, $5, $6. And they have a little battery in them, of course. And they tell the temperature, and they tell the time. And so they are very handy. There's, from time to time, it's 54 degrees right here. So I know, ooh, it's going to be not bad. I don't have to put my electric underwear on or anything. But they're and it has a second feature that you don't even need. It's indoor and outdoor because I guess they're made for cars. But what's cool about these, now in my case, Karen a lot of times will say, because we have to pick up the baby or something, which we don't have to do now, but what'll happen is, she'll say, oh, please be back by 3 o'clock, let's say. So I know I divide the time when I leave in half, and I know from that point on, I've got to pretty much turn around and come back. These are really, really handy things. And what I do, you can put them on with, in my case, I just have a little piece of balsa wood and epoxy that holds them on. And when I want to take them off to change the battery, I just use a heat gun, a hair dryer, or whatever. And the batteries, the funny thing is, these batteries have lasted more than 5 years. And I'm waiting for one to go dead, because when they do, I got to buy one for every bike. I'm sure they'll all start going dead like, you know, like mice or something. And they're on all the bikes. They seem to keep pretty good, accurate time. They don't have to be accurate to it in a minute. I'm not doing brain surgery here, but it's a handy thing for me because almost every ride I go on, I have a time at which I want to be back at the house. Now, some of the bikes do have a clock, like the R1. The R1 has a clock, but the numbers are so damn small I can't see them anyway. Yeah, this minuscule way. This, I think, is a good thing for me. And if you want to keep track of the time while you're riding, it's a $5 great investment. Now the upgrade is going to be at some point in time because I have all of my repair tools, extra batteries, cameras, tripods, everything is in this case that with the radar detector. But one of the things I thought of, well, instead of having a clock on every bike, since I never ride without a radar detector, I could just make a little mount for the clock up here, and then I only need one clock. But that shows you how the process of Darwinism, how it evolves over the years. Mention another funny thing now. What I've been doing, I've been dampening this cloth because we're in the bug season. And boy, did this save my life the other day. I stopped to take pictures, and I must have been in a mosquito's nest or something. And I wound up trying to wipe them off my face shield and everything. I said, oh man, oh, what am I doing? I got the wet cloth. Like a windshield wiper. And I think I'm going to start keeping this in my coat pocket, and because this, I'm always afraid this is going to fly up and hit me in the head. So maybe this isn't the grass. See, things evolve like this. It's an evolutionary thing. So we're all done with the chores of the day, and wow, this was the chores of the day. I think we're going to have. I'm going to go out. I'm going to have lunch before I go out, and then I'll probably have 2 or 3 hours and head out onto the back roads. And boy, this is really not funny at all. But because of the virus, so many people unemployed, everybody's walking dogs, and you would think, in the back roads, you would think, well, that's really to your advantage. There's no cars, almost no cars at all back there. But the problem is, people, you come around a corner and people are walking dogs in the middle of the road. Now, as I pre-flight the bike, the only thing that's going to ruin today is the wind is blowing. It's gusting, so it's going to interfere with the sound. But well, not much I can do about it. And once we get on the open road, it really won't even matter. What's going to happen to this bike very soon, I got less than 1,000 miles before I have to do the maintenance on it, the oil change, the filter, and a bunch of other stuff that gets done at that time. And it looks like I was going to change the wheels out, but every time I look at this tire, I think they only change one wheel. The front one's getting ready. Probably will do that front wheel when I do the maintenance on the bike. But the back wheel, look, and usually it's the back one that gets worn out for, I don't know. You never can tell with old motorcycles. There's ghosts in them. I don't know what the story is. I think Luciano comes over and changes the tire when I'm not home. Well, you never want to ride anywhere without that radar detector. My baby Valentine. My funny Valentine. So, I haven't thanked Jose in a long time for helping me through getting the Screamer and the Valentine. And if you're looking to buy a radar detector for your bike, the Valentine has been perfect. I don't know how many years now, 3-4 years. And boy, has it saved me money. And I find what it's the most useful for is picking up unmarked cars. And several of the police departments around here use unmarked cars. So you don't even know they're police cars until they pull up and then the grill turns into a Christmas tree. Mr. Valentine. That's a true thing. Anyway, Jose was instrumental in getting me to try that. And after I bought it, I'm a big believer. I know Vince has one and several other people too that do a lot of mileage. Now, keep in mind, I do a lot of mileage over the course of a year. And it looks like the weather, other than that wind blowing, I don't know why, it blows in gusts. And boy, when it's not blowing, it's beautiful. wait till you see what's waiting around the bend. Boy, you never know what's waiting around the bend. This can ruin your whole day. The whole day can be ruined in one stroke of the pen. Boy, that comes up on you fast. Wow. That was a lot closer than it looked. It got my full undivided attention. This is just such a beautiful time of year. If it only was that wind wasn't blowing today. Unbelievable. But the sky, look how blue that sky is. It's unbelievable. And all the trees are starting to have their leaves. Oh, what a beautiful time of year. That's why we use our Valentine radar detector. Woot, 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 woot. Thank you, Valentine. I don't think there were a lot of clouds in the sky all day. Another one of my favorite back roads here. And it's such a nice variety, double yellow lines and back roads. Got some nice fast sweepers, some that are not that fast, bumps. Some of the roads need a little patching, as everybody who rides knows. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Garbage cans were blowing out into the street. Oh, bro.
not a cloud in the sky. What a beautiful day this turned out to be. Wow. Oh, that wind was blowing all day long. Wow. Can't believe how that wind is blowing. Woo! It is truly, I gotta get out of the wind here. Truly a good restoration. Every minute I've spent without that restoration when I ride on a day like today, worth every penny. There she is! Hey! That's my neighbor. You think this is sick enough? We have enough plants. I could open up a garden center. You're bringing her more.
Well,
You're feeding her disease.
She said she
Look, we got more plants. You got any fish in here? There's some baby fish.
It's dirty enough.
Oh my God, Dale, we're opening up a farm here.
What?
This is my neighbor Dale. Her property. She's a professional farmer. Where's Karen? Karen, come out here. Oh my God, look at what cute look. Karen, look what she did. She's got a bucket of plants for you. Oh, come on. Come on, Karen. You can do it. We got a wind blowing here. Cabbage. Here's the only cabbage I want to have. I want a couple more bikes. When you come home from a bike ride on a very windy day, you can see that wind is really howling up there. Wow, coming down the main highway, the bike was sailboating along. Holy mackerel. I still can't believe I can't put the bike away yet until the neighbors leave. Oh, what a day. Look at the blue sky. I kept looking up out of the corner of my eye to see. No chance of rain, but oh my God, what a great day. Really good to get out after that day of farming. Chris, are you adding to this insanity? Did you see how many plants she planted yesterday? Ah! Look, everybody's got a winter coat on except me. You're freezing, right? I'm home from the hills. I have to thank the coronavirus workers, thank the farmers of the world, and thanks everybody for watching. I'm done. I need to go have coffee. So we've got to go work on the farm. We got to feed the donkey. We got to get the wagon wheels greased, but it was a really good day. And I really hope you have enjoyed sharing it with us. So again, thanks for watching. And on a day like today, a ride like today, I look back at this restoration and I can't believe all the hours I spent, every one of them worthwhile. And I think I will truly, truly have this bike until the day I die. And it is really a fun bike to ride. So again, thanks for watching.